Lydia is the Prime Minister of Scotland. She's also a great karate fighter. She uses a lot of lows and mids to be able to help her out during fights and to be able to catch her opponent off guard. And that is what she specializes at. She can also specialize at punish counters, and she doesn't look half bad. She's probably one of the cool looking our aesthetics in the game. Just not my type, I guess. But I still find her very interesting and very cool. That's why she's at the number 10 spot on my list. Dragonoff is a very specialized and very valuable soldier for the Russian Special Forces in the Tekken universe. And he was sent to Japan to discover a strange object that interested the Russians, and they wanted to acquire it, so they asked Dragonoff to go get them. So Dragonoff, the reason why he's number 9 is just because there are other characters that combat against him, and I feel like he's not very important into the story. He was kind of just thrown in there as the Russian character, but he is very cool. When I say he's very cool, I mean his fighting style is very interesting, very neat. A lot of good mids, like very good mids, a lot of good combos, really easy to do as well. He's very easy to play, easy to understand, a lot of command grabs as well, especially with his legs. He can kick you and then just like grab you with his legs and then crack your neck. Some things like that. He's very good at that. He's good at keeping pressure. He's good at countering. He's a very good character. Just whenever it comes to sidestepping and sidestepping punishes, he's very bad. So he's good at combos. He's good at lows, sorta. He's good at grabs. But whenever it comes to defense, he really doesn't have anything coming up with him with this list, and that is why he is number 9th on the list. Fukurom hails from Thailand. He is currently being forced into the King of Iron Fist tournament, or into the Iron Fist tournament to participate and to win the tournament because his family right now is being captured by Thailand, and now they're forcing his hand with doing it. So, with that being said, his fighting style is Muay Thai, and he is one of the longest and tallest characters in Tekken 7. Even compared to Marduk, which is slightly smaller than him, but his limbs also are a lot longer than his. Fukurom comes with a lot of benefits to him: distance, parries, a lot of good combos, very nice things. But over the years of him being released and playing, and Bandai Namco, the developers of Tekken 7, nerfing him, he just kind of went down the ladder for a little bit. And if you're like really good with Fukurom, you could do really well. But most of his strings now are pretty negative on block, and he doesn't have really safe things. So now he's played more as like a keep away, play safe character, to where you really don't commit, and you don't have a lot of plus strings besides your jabs probably, or some of your kicks that can help you out with jail locking the opponent. But he can also be specialized in doing massive combos if you can, or if you can pull it off, pulling off some nice damage to be able to defeat the opponent. He's not utter trash, but one, his design is cool. Two, he's a character that has a parry that is very fun to watch. Like, literally, he just beats the living crap out of you whenever you get parried. It's very cool to see and very entertaining. I like the idea because I'm also a big fan of Muay Thai. Like, that's one of my favorite fighting styles of all time. And seeing a huge character fight with Muay Thai is very like, I never thought that would happen. But it also makes sense in a weird way. But yeah, that's Fukurom in place number 7. Miguel is a Spanish character of some sorts. I'm really not going to look into their backstory now. I'm just going to focus on the gameplay, aesthetics, focus on that because, God, this is somewhat annoying. But anyways, Miguel focuses on punishing and block stuns. So basically what that means is he'll keep you jailed into locking, or to blocking, to where you cannot respawn, and I will keep you there until you either sidestep, crouch, or I land a hit on you eventually. Throwing you with many things like throws, counter hits, pokes, things that catch you off your feet, like his little sweep. There's a lot that Miguel can do to keep his opponent on his toes and very frightened. And that's the specialty of Miguel, is that he keeps his opponent scared, because if he gets caught in one of his buttons, or one of his strings, then he knows that he's going to lose a good chunk of health, or just lose all of his life, because that's how Miguel works. He's a very good character, very fun, very neat looking, and I like his whole, like, demeanor to him, sort of, or like the feeling of the character. He's angry. He's angry drunk man because his wife died because of gin. Yes. Angry drunk man, sort of. He's not always drunk, but still, he is a very cool character and very fun to play, in my opinion. That's why he is number 6. Akuma being the first DLC, or the first guest character for Tekken 7, he hails from Street Fighter V. If you want to know his lore for Street Fighter V, go do Street Fighter V. Street Fighter. So basically in Tekken, he was asked by Kazumi to kill Heihachi and Kazuya, both Kazumi's husband and son, because she knew that they would bring great evil to this world. And Kazumi saving Akuma's life, this means that she got to ask him for a favor, and this was the favor she asked for. So now Akuma is showing himself. He is very determined on killing both Heihachi and Kazuya, but in the story it ends up to where Kazuya kills Heihachi, kills his own father, and then Akuma pops up to fight Kazuya, and then they have a battle to the death at the end of the game. I believe Kazuya wins, though. So, what this character specializes on special moves, meter, and combos. He literally has a OTD. That's a one-touch death. That means if the character lands one hit on you, and it's the right hit, and the player knows the one-touch death combo, they could literally end the round right there with excellent execution. This was very strong and very there was a lot of it in the beginning of the game, but then eventually the devs kept nerfing, and I feel like they brought him to a balanceable state to where he's a lot better and he works more as a counter hit character as well, but he is still able to get some nasty combos, and it's really nice. So, with Akuma, he has been one of my favorite villains of all time, really. He's very fun and very cool. He's execution heavy as all hell, so he is kind of tough to play in that regard, but at the same time, if you get his executions down and his combos down, he becomes very fun and a very enjoyable character, and a lot of people would love him. Negan, another guest character in Tekken, and this character hails from the Walking Dead series. Now, most of you might know him, and in this game, he's actually very fun to play. He is very unique with his baseball bat. He has a lot of strings that lead into a command grab of some kind, where he attacks the opponent with his bat in some way and makes them in pain of some kind of way. In all reality, Negan is a very mean person, and he does not deserve goodness. So throwing him into Tekken to where he can get his butt kicked constantly by minty people that actually know mixed martial arts is very cool and very fun. Now, Negan is a very slow, counter-hitting combo monster, to where with his bat Lucille, he can literally just execute people's lives within seconds with the mass combos and mass hit confirm strings that he has. For example, this one that's being shown on the screen right now, look at that health, just chug away like a freaking cheese on grinder, man, just slowly becoming shreds of health. But with Negan, he also has a lot of like low moves with his baseball bat, and he also has a stance that gives him a very special and very powerful attack that literally just backhands the opponent with the baseball bat. It's very nice, very good, and it can help with a lot of combos. It's very helpful and a very good tool for Negan to utilize. Devil Jin, the first character in my list, or my top 10 list, that is a Mishima character. Now, before I go on to explaining what Devil Jin does and who Devil Jin is, or etc., I must explain what a Mishima is in the game. A Mishima is actually a family in the game's lore. Now, this is tied to, I think, a few characters blood related, and then the father of the Mishima family adopted some sons. So there are technically more Mishimas, but they don't go by Mishima because they absolutely hate their adopted father, aka Heihachi. If you do not know who Heihachi is, I will not explain who he is, because he is not important right now. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is a Mishima is this game's Shoto, okay? So, if any of you have heard of Street Fighter, you must know of Ryu. Ryu in Street Fighter is a Shoto. A Shoto is a well-rounded character based on, for new players. A Mishima is the complete freaking opposite, turned on its head. A Mishima is a highly skilled executional character playstyle that you need to learn how to play. Now, Devil Jin is one of the stronger Mishimas in the game, mainly because of his counter pokes and his uppercut, and that's his electric wind god fist, I believe. That's really good. Does a lot of damage, good for combos, like all Mishima uppercuts, but he has the best one of all of them. And he can also fly, and it's not restricted either, like Kazuya, because Kazuya, another Mishima character in the game, has a devil form, like Devil Jin, but it's only locked to a certain state in the game, which is the rage state, whenever the character starts flashing red. And he only gets that move, or, like, mode, when he's in that enraged state, while Devil Jin has it all the time. And also, Devil Jin has the ability to fly around the stage, shoot lasers out of his head, etc. He has a thing called Hell Sweeps, to where it's a low, and whenever he hits you with this low, he'll pick you up from that low and slam your face to the ground, doing a bunch of damage. It's a great ender if you need it. He has a lot of good moves. He's also very, like, cancelable. If you notice sometimes in the gameplay, there's a lot of, like, canceling stuff that you can do with Devil Jin. And, like, that is super good for, like, tricking out your opponent. Because you never know, your opponent won't know if you're wanting to throw a left hook or a side or a stomach jab of some kind. And the character, because of his moveset, you can actually press a button to, or one of the 4 face buttons, to actually cancel that move and either do the move again just to trick him out, or to do a different move, like Hill Sweeps or something that's low, or something that's armored, you know, etc. It really depends on what is allowed. But Devil Jin is probably one of the best Mishimas to play in the game, and he is very strong and very powerful. And I put him at number 4 mainly because of his design. A lot of people don't like the devil design because of the horns mainly, but I really like it. I think it looks really fucking freaking cool. And it's a very fitting idea, because you see most devil characters, and you see, you know, horns, and that's what I was expecting for Devil Jin, is to have, you know, horns. But, yeah, that's Devil Jin, and let's get on to the next one, shall we? Kazuya, my favorite Mishima, and here's why he is top 3, or at least number 3 at my spot. 1, his design is fantastic. He is the edgiest of the edgiest guys in the video game. And, I mean, right now he's not in the edgiest costume, because I have him in his, like, business suit. I don't know, I just picked it, just thought it was funny. And I really like the suit, too. It looks really nice, or, like, dressed, whatever it is. He looks very much gentleman-like and very cool. Now, as you can see, I'm torturing my buddy with the thing that he has called Hell Sweeps, I believe, or the helicopter, I like to call it. Basically what he does is he jumps in the air and constantly just, like, does rotating kicks, and then the last part just kicks you right in the jaw. But Kazuya is a very fun, executional, and very hard to play character, but once you get to learn how he plays and how the basics are for the character, he becomes a powerhouse, unstoppable amount of pressure that you need to respect, and you have to play with a full, keen view of the character, or else he's going to make you run sideways after knocking you in the head with so many electric Godwin uppercuts, which is actually the Mishima's specialty. Kazuya's, he can actually do a perfect frame of the input, which means that if you do it in like 1 second, and like just do everything 1 second for the input, he gets an electrified version of that uppercut, and then he can do it again and again and again, and takes half your life. Basically, this is like Mortal Kombat uppercutting, but it's quick uppercutting. So you're allowed to keep doing it over and over and over as long as you do the input correctly, which can actually hurt your fingers a lot. It hurts my thumb a lot to do the input because, oh my god, it sucks. It's such an interesting and weird input. I hate it. You have to press down and like crouch forward and then forward step and then triangle at the same time. So it's like a fireball, but you have to press down and left or down and right at the same time for the second part of the input, and then at the last input you step right. And I'm just like, that's so complicated and it's so hard. But once you get a hang of it and get a hang of how you play Kazuya, he is so much fun and he is so worth playing. If you really want to get into Tekken, in my opinion, I feel like Kazuya is the #1 character for you to play. He is, my opinion, really hard, but also he's a very good character for beginners to play as well, because it gets you to learn Tekken and pressuring and punishes and combos too. He has some really nice combos, just I suck with Kazuya and I can't do combos. But yeah, that's Kazuya for my 3rd place, and let's get on with the 2nd one. Armor King is the 2nd pick for my top 10 video, and the reason why is because 1, he is the trainer of the #1 character in the game. 2, he's a grappler, and grapplers in this game I freaking love. Grapplers are so much fun because, in my opinion, they're not even grapplers, or they don't even have to be played like grapplers. They can be played like legit combo kings. There's a reason why King is the name of this character, and it's because he is king. Now, with this character, imagine Kazuya and Zangief had a child, okay? Let's just put this into perspective. Somehow, they were able to make a kid, and Armor King is that kid, in my opinion. Now, the reason why I say that is because Armor King is very much on punishes and pressure, but also command grabs and overcharging your opponent. Now, instead of Zangief, to where Zangief is very slow, he can obviously absorb most hits and most projectiles. A King, or Armor King, cannot. But then, like Kazuya, he has very powerful moves and then can sidestep and shite and, like, you know, counter people and all that. So can Armor King. And now we have this mix of a grappler and a very good OP character. Now, the reason why I like him so much is because he is so easy to play, in my opinion. Both of the first 2 characters in the spot are my mains, so both of them have a special place in my heart, and this is probably biased in me saying that they're really easy to play, but in my honest to God opinion, they're so easy to play, anyone can pick them up and just have a straight blast with them, in my opinion. Like, they are so fun and so unique compared to other fighting game characters, other grapplers. It's so awesome. And also, I just love the mask. The mask is so cool. The freaking design of the costume, even though this isn't the Tekken 7 original costume, this is the Tekken 6 costume, I think, which was, yeah, this is the Tekken 6 costume. And it's still a really cool costume because, you know, it's Armor King, but also the Tekken 7 one just hits so nice. It's so cool. But yes, this makes Armor King for my 2nd list. He is very fun, very easy to play, and very enjoyable and very cool looking. And yeah, this will be me heading on to the next one. Finally, we are at the end of my list, and I'm here with my final character. His name is King. He is the first grappler character in this game to come out, and he's been in the game since the first game, so there's been like 9 games since the first one, and he is fantastic. He is the greatest grappler I have ever played. He is so much fun. He has so many good hits, and so many good buttons, so many good like moves. It's everything. His design is fantastic in my opinion. It's literally a wrestling dude in a tiger mask. Who that's awesome. Not tiger, cheetah mask or leopard, whatever it is. It's so cool, man. Like, this is so freaking cool. Like, I love it, bro. This is so nice. He has so many mix-ups as well, so many things that can get your opponent off guard. He has a lot of grabs too. His combos are very easy, very simple to do, in my opinion. At the same time, I have been playing him for the past 5 to 6 years now. So, me, in my opinion on King, is very biased because this character is like a legacy character for me. Like, I've been playing this character since, I was 8 probably, and I only said the past 5 years because that's when Tekken 7 came out. This game came out in like 2016, and I started playing it at 2018, I believe. That's whenever I got a PS4, and then I got this game right off the bat and just started grinding this character and grinding how to play him, and everything is so much fun. But enough with that. A king is a grappler character. Now, they put him as just a grappler, but he is so much more than a grappler. In my opinion, he is the best character for like combos and such, and he is so much fun. He is so much fun. He can do some wild crap. And if you're really good with King, you can really get around and know how to play against people and all that. He's so good. He's so freaking good. He is so awesome, bro. He is just something out of this world, in my opinion. But now with that, he's just awesome, man. Like, he can do counter grabs like that too. Like, look at that. It's awesome, bro. Every character should be allowed to do that. No, I'm kidding. Keep that a king thing. But it's awesome. He's a really cool character. That's all I really have to say about this character. Is he's really cool and is probably my favorite character of all time in any type of fighting game. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, right, school project. Both, I hope you guys appreciated this, and now you see my top 10 video for the Tekken characters, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good day. Bye.